Hello, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing really well. Doing really well.
Cool, cool. It's freezing in my house.
Is it so? Okay,
It
we're
rained
getting.
last night. Did it rain there?
I don't think so. I've looked outside a few times this morning. We look pretty dry. I went out to my car a couple times. It doesn't look spotty.
My balcony bar had rain all over it.
I
So
don't. I don't have that. I don't have that just rain smell. And it's been so long since it's rained that it had that. It would have that distinct concrete rain smell.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rained a little bit. It's supposed to be 70 here, but we're supposed to get rain by Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting valley warm right now. Like it's chilly in the morning, but warm in the afternoon. So I'm leaving my windows open till around. I'm in that old man phase. I leave my windows open till around 10 to let the cold air get in, and then I close them so I don't run the AC.
Yeah, yeah, that's me. So had the doors open all day yesterday. My cat has now become an outside cat. So she would always be inside and we'd let her out like once a week until she got used to the area. But now she's just outside all the time.
Yeah.
And the kids must have left the sliding glass door open last night. It's freezing in this house.
Yeah, I'll leave the sliding glass door open every once in a while for the dog. I'll just forget to close it. And then when I wake up in the morning, I come out and I think, oh God, what critters or creatures may or may not have burrowed in my home now?
All right. So I was telling you in the 7 o'clock hour, we already know like what a bad picker I have. But there's
Yes.
one guy that I dated that you disliked the least, disliked the most, and liked the least, I think. But I didn't meet him online. I met him out at Oakdale Rodeo Week. And the comedian. Remember? Anyways, I came across him on Tinder this morning. And his profile on Tinder literally says Poor Choices as his name.
Poor Choices?
Poor Choices is his name. And then here's the type of guys that I choose, you guys. His profile says, I am on Tinder because my dog doesn't do the dishes. First of all, guys who can't even leave their real name, like who do you think you are? That pisses me off. Or just ask me. No, just tell me, Bob, what your name is.
If your name is, in fact,
he's
Bob.
holding his skateboard with his shirt open.
Okay, but is that the comedian side though? Because if that's the comedian side, I think it's kind of funny now.
No.
Should I go get my button up and bring it about 3 or 4 buttons down?
No.
I'll sit a little higher up like this. I got a fuzzy chest, and so if I do that, if I bring the button right down around here, it gives you a preview of what your fingers would be going through.
I was so into him too. He's the one that I talked about on the air that had a lost and found jewelry box, and I went through it and took like some of the jewelry that I wanted.
Okay.
So maybe I'm kind of D-baggy too.
Well, I mean, it sounds like everybody walked away with something. Right? Like there's no real losers here.
Okay, so we were talking about other profiles that we hate. If you only have face pictures, don't message me. If your photos are edited, come on, act your age. I don't want your duck face BS. It's never cute. It's like a dog's butthole.
I beg to differ. Watch.
That's the guy's profile, his whole profile, just putting women down. This guy is funny. Okay, if you're a man and you're watching, this guy's funny. I know what you're actually on here for. You want all that extra guac. You know you can afford it, but you want me to pay for it. That's pretty funny.
I think every woman is looking for a man who doesn't blink an eye when they offer tableside guac, and your reaction is, of course we want tableside guac.
Of course we want the tableside guac.
Why are you asking?
Okay, here's another guy, JB. Thanks again, JB, for not giving us your name because we might stalk you. This app feels like searching through feces for edible corn. See what we're dealing with? Here's another one. Here's
Did you
your
swipe?
favorite. Here's your favorite. If I super like choose, probably an accident.
Okay, but you know what? I used to laugh at that statement, but then because like if you get in the zone, right? Like if you're just in the zone, every once in a while you can have a twitch where you accidentally whop, okay, and it could be on somebody that you would never even right swipe on.
And I've learned if you have like a Samsung phone, it's different than if you have like the swiping is different. So I had a friend of mine super like me. And I wrote him like, "You're cute. That's funny." And he was like, "It was an accident." And I'm like, "Screw you."
Thanks, jerk.
He's like, "I was trying to look at your profile and I have a different phone."
Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. And then because on some of them it's a little different because on some it's like the picture you go, but then on some it's the picture that you have to because I think on Bumble you have to scroll up to see their profile. But on Tinder, I think you have to tap on the. I don't know. I haven't been on the apps in a while, but on Tinder, you have to tap and then you go through it, right?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes if you're going back and forth between the two apps, if you just got done using Bumble and then you get on Tinder and you're like, oh, cool, check out the profile. So you swipe up. Now you just super like them because you actually thought that you were on Bumble.
Oh, okay.
So I've done that before, and then you know. And then you start thinking because honestly, I don't think I've ever had a super like right back. And so then you start thinking, but I super liked them, and why don't they super like? I wasn't gonna super like them to begin with because they're not my type, but
but
now why not like that?
Liking you back. And then this guy that I don't know if he is being possessive or nasty. You can be my dog and I will be your tree and you can pee on me. Join my croquet circle, fool. See what we're dealing with?
I am so sorry, women, on behalf of men. These are things that I would have found funny at like 20 or 21 or 22. And then like, well, and now, I mean, now I go back and I look at the things I found funny when I was 20, 21, 22, you know, sometimes in my early 30s.
And the guys, who are like, I don't have any baggage. Well, explain to me, Richard, what you think baggage is. Is it because I have 2 children? Is that baggage? What is baggage to you, Richard?
So baggage to me, for me, and that, you know what, this is a really good topic sometime, is what defines baggage. Baggage to me is a previous family where your emotions aren't totally buttoned up about that yet.
So like drama with the co-parenting and stuff.
Not even necessarily drama. Like I have baggage, you know, my divorce is still relatively new. So like I still have emotions about it. So I consider myself one with baggage.
Yeah. This guy's looking for a classy woman. No boobs or butts showing in their pictures. To the left. Okay, because when I hear a man say, I don't want baggage, I assume he's talking about like my children and stuff, and I don't like that.
No, when I see it, I think about button like if we're meeting for the first time and there's tears on a first date, to me that's baggage.
This
right?
guy's Coke. I went out with him already. That's the Coke. That's the Coke on the plate guy.
Oh, the Coke on the plate guy.
But yeah, go ahead with your baggage. Okay.
So to me that would be baggage because to me that's emotions that aren't buttoned up about what you had going on before. So I mean, like I said, to me, I would classify myself as somebody with baggage. Like I don't have, you know what I mean? Like there's just
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't be as offended by that anymore when I see it. This guy lives in Auburn. Maybe you know him.
What can you say his first name?
Dan. Do you know Dan?
Oh, he looks mildly familiar. Oh, he's a few years younger than me. I don't know, maybe.
Okay, so then I'll get over that baggage thing.
But that might be different because I think anybody in their mid 30s, early 40s has to assume out the gate that there's probably children involved.
Yeah, usually, right?
I think so. I mean, maybe I'm just being too practical about it. For me, baggage means you still have a lot of emotions, and so you can't fully I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's just still emotions there.
This guy is looking for somebody to go with him to Disneyland May 1st through the 3rd and May 8th through the 9th. The tickets are already paid for. Prematurely booked them with a short-term ex. I'm a Disney fan and don't want to cancel my trip. This guy says, nope.
What's wrong with that?
Because I'm not into men who are into Disney that much. It's weird. It's weird to me.
I think out of all the things to be into, I mean,
I'm not mad at it. It's just not my thing. I'm more of a let's go on a road trip and hit all the triple D locations, not the Disney, the big D location. Like, I would rather spend my money on food and good places to stay, not princesses and rides. You're grown up. It doesn't say anything about taking children with him. You're grown human.
Okay, hold on, because
I know, and I know there's people out there listening to me hating on me because I know adults love Disneyland. I know.
No. But I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference. So I mean, let's explore this for a second, because we had season passes, just the two of us. The kids didn't because they got bored of it, right? But we focused on California Adventure and more like like the visual stuff, the kiddie rides and the Dumbo stuff and all that sort of stuff. We bypassed all of that. So like, if you went to Disneyland with him and he focused on like roller coasters and the California Adventure side and stuff like that, would that be less of a red flag than if he said, let's do teacups and Dumbo?
No, I think a guy like this who books multiple trips to Disneyland, which is pretty expensive, is going to want to stop and take pictures with Mickey Mouse and Goofy, and I'm not into that. I want to eat, I want to drink, and I want to have a good time.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't think about it that way. That's a good perspective. Okay.
No, my ex-husband and I, we've gone to Disneyland by ourselves a couple times, and that's fine. But it's not something like, if I'm choosing, that's an expensive vacation, 4 days in Disneyland, even for two adults. If I'm choosing that, I'm going with my children. I'm not going by myself. If I'm choosing an adult vacation, I want an adult vacation.
Fair. Okay. Good perspective. I like that.
Okay. Like, I'm not mad at the people who are all into Disney. I'm just not one of those people.
Sure.
You want to play games? How about you, me, a bottle, and Monopoly? But then he said, don't be mad when you lose, and he spelt it loose, so he swiped to the left.
It's one of my favorite things when somebody brings all the stank, right? Like, they're just, you ready to, and I'm going to spell it wrong too. If I'm talking trash, if I'm coming at you, because I'm a terrible speller, we know this. Go through my Facebook. Oh my God, 3 posts in, you'll see some whoppers, I'm sure. But if I'm going to come at you and I'm going to come at you strong, I'm going to reread it 3-4 times and maybe have somebody else read it first before I post it. Because if I post it wrong, then I lost all credibility.
Oh, yeah. And I've done that before. I had one girl call me out and she's like, well, you spelled this wrong. I was dying. She goes, I almost just DM'd you. And I go, no, sister, I deserved that in the comments. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Like, this guy needs to know that he just lost out potentially on a pretty awesome person because he doesn't know the difference between lose and loose.
I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do it. Okay, so yesterday I was going to make these Mexican pizzas. I use this flatbread called Cut the Carb. It has like less carbs in it. It tastes different than the low carb like flour tortillas. So I was going to do that on my Traeger. Well, and then yesterday was 420. So the neighbor was like, hey, Madden, I have something for you. And I'm like, okay, sure, why not, right? And so like the healthy Mexican pizza turned into like grubby tacos last night.
You pivoted pretty quick.
Yeah, I crushed hell. It's like, and it's the white girl tacos with the lettuce. My friend Yvonne makes fun of me all the time with the cheddar cheese and the ground beef. I don't care what anybody says, I'll crush hell of those, right? I did that. And then Bookie's Modesto posted, like, they called them stoner fries, and they had tri-tip and pulled pork and nacho cheese and French fries. And so I wrote you and I'm like, now I want these fries. And you're like, you're going to go, no, I couldn't have driven to Bookie's and I couldn't have driven anywhere last night. But I had everything to make it myself. But I ended up not going with the French fries. I just ended up going with the grubby tacos.
So where are we at on the Mexican pizza?
I'm going to make it tonight.
Okay.
Are you still mad? You're mad I haven't made the Mexican
pizza? You know what? Listen, I'm never mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
Why haven't you made yourself a Mexican pizza?
Because I don't want to mess it up. Because I have a really good memory of the pizzazz.
See, that's what I'm having a feeling is that I'm gonna make it my way, and you're gonna be like, "That's not the way."
No. Because listen, we can't get the Mexican pizza back. It's gone. So we are in full survival mode right now. Okay, this is every man and woman for his or herself when it comes to the Mexican pizza. So you do it the best way you can do it. Make the best version that you can. I've got sour cream. If you need to get some, get some. It's our only option.
Yep.
This is what we're left with. So do it. Rock it.
I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna do it tonight. I got a set of cast iron for the new smoker, and they all come in today. So I'm waiting for the flat griddle so that I could bake the flatbread shells right on it.
I'm excited to see this. I am excited to see this. I made tostadas the other night in my HelloFresh kit. And I
even made myself a tostada last night, crushed it.
See, you were halfway there.
Your HelloFresh kit did it come with the shell? Do you make the shells yourself?
Nope, comes with it.
They're already hard and stuff. You don't have to cook them.
The only, you put them in the oven with a little bit of olive oil on them for however long it was, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But
so they're all warm and crispy and delicious.
Yeah. So the only thing, because it just comes as tortillas. So, but the only thing when you get a HelloFresh kit, the only thing that you have to use from home are your pans, your bowls, salt, pepper, and oil, and sometimes butter.
Okay.
Yeah, but they have everything else.
Tortillas weren't cooked; they were just tortillas.
Yeah, but there's no real prep. Like the only prep is like cutting the vegetables, but otherwise you always get little packages of grated cheese.
Because the pre-made taco shells and the pre-made tostada.
Yeah, no. I'm with you on that. And you know what the problem with those are too is that, sometimes it's okay in a pinch, right? But if you're making tacos for yourself and you only have a couple tacos and think has 6 tacos, there's no real good way to store those. They're just gone and stale in a day. They just are every time.
I know, but I also feel that same way about buying corn tortillas because who needs 36 or whatever?
Right.
Why can't you just buy a little packet?
Right at that place where I was gonna buy that 5-gallon bucket of pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was like a bulk discount place. And so they had these huge things of tortillas like this big. I can't remember how much it was, but I sat there looking at that and I'm like, I know there's some families that are going to use that, but I can't think of anyone that needs that many tortillas right now. Not call a restaurant.
Yeah, because my kids eat burritos. They don't eat tacos. So I'm like, what am I going to do with all these tortilla shells?
Yeah.
And you can tell I went hard because I've been running and doing well. And now my face is all, because I ate so much salt and oil last night. Ooh.
Yeah.
I still haven't been drinking a lot though, so that's good.
No, my face is finally starting to lose the weekend. I went pretty hard with salts on the weekend.
Yeah, so I killed 4 tacos, a tostada, and then had a drumstick last night.
You know what else? And
you're doing so good, stupid 420.
We should talk about this sometime. I am more tired at night now, single and without my kids half the time, than I was married and full timing with the kids all the time. But
you're not more tired now. You just have time to slow down and realize it.
Maybe that's what it is. I was just
before you were doing, because even think about it. On your busiest day, you could go to bed at 10 and not even realize how exhausted you are until maybe the next day. But now that nobody's around and you're bored or you don't have stuff to do, and then you go get in your cozy little covers and you're like, God, I want to take a nap. Why am I so tired? It's because I think before you didn't even give your mind a second to realize you were exhausted, and now you're slowing down so your body knows.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like in a good way. Like my days are still full. I made a list the other day of all the things I need to get done, things that personally, professionally, around the house, stuff like that, right? So it's 4 pages of things, right? So I'm tackling 1 or 2 things on the list each day, and then I'm going out and doing things that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and recreating as well, the disc golfing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But at night, it's kind of like a satisfied tired, around a normal bedtime. I get a normal person tired where it's I'm settling in, I haven't really had a settled in feeling in a while,
Now that your kids are older too, and they're a little bit more self-sufficient, there's a couple times last night, like, should I be talking to them? Should I be like, what should I be doing right now?
Right.
No, I guess I'll just sit here and watch my show because they're fine and everybody ate and everybody's pajamaed up. Like, what am I gonna do?
Because I'll look at the
Last
kids.
night, Joey was like the most responsible one because I ended up in bed at like 7:30, 7 o'clock. And then he's like, you're going to bed, Layla's going to bed. What are you guys doing around here? And I'm like, just come to bed with me, Joey. Mommy is out.
There are things to do. Oh, I dropped it. No, it's you're right though. Like I'll start feeling guilty because like they're doing things independently. I'm like, I should be like conversating.
Yeah, and then when you don't have them all day, you get yourself like starting dinner at like 5:30 because you're like, what do I do next? So last night I was like, are you guys ready for burritos? And Joey goes, it's 4:30. And I'm all, man, by the time I prep and everything, he goes, even then it'll only be like 5:30.
Yeah, I'll look over, the kids will be like,
what else am I supposed to do right now? Yeah.
It's hungry. Here's a feeder pellet.
Yes,
you know?
Yes. Even the weekends that the kids have, like, they're with their dad. I'm like, even because they're with their dad this weekend. I'm like, what time are we gonna be here though? And I had one the other day. She's kind of going through it with her teenage daughter. So she raised her daughter forever, and now the daughter wants to live with the dad. And the mom, she's pretty upset about it, right? And she was talking to me, and I'm very much like, do you want my opinion or you just want me to listen to you? Right? And she's like, I want your opinion. I'm like, bye. She goes, what? And I go, I've been raising these kids. They have a hella good dad. I'm not saying that. But most of the time, when my daughter's 16 and being a brat looks at me and goes, I want to live with my dad, I'm going to be like, bye. Take your brother too. And she was trying not to laugh. And she's like, I don't feel that way. And I'm like, maybe you should change your way of thinking.
Maybe it's a matter of buying new luggage and seeing how that looks going out the door, you know? Like,
enjoy yourself for a little bit. You've been doing all the work for 17 years.
That's funny. You know what's been cool? My oldest got a cell phone. And so we've been able to kind of text back and forth and stuff. And that's been a nice little, it's changed the dynamic. It makes you look at them a little bit differently. Right?
I want to get my kids cell phones so bad, but their dad just is not ready for that.
Yeah, I didn't think I was ready either. And then
I think maybe he's saying he's not ready so that I just go and buy them myself and he doesn't have to pay for them. He'll be like, if that's what you want, then you buy them. I can already hear it.
Right. You know what? That's your decision. Your call, your purchase.
If you're going to do it, you're going to buy them.
Oh, man.
So
hey, make sure you let me know how that Mexican pizza turns out.
I will.
Okay. I miss you.
I miss you too. I was hoping I'd get to see you yesterday. I was kind of sad I didn't get to see you. All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.